Now, let's take a look now at an event that might stir some volatility in trading next week for the week starting Monday, the 5th of February. And I'm going to focus on what's happening on Tuesday with the Reserve Bank of Australia on interest rate watch. No change expected. The cash rate's expected to stay at 4.35%. At the last RBA meeting, policymakers considered that bringing inflation back to target might take longer than had been expected. Will the latest inflation data make them change their view? Well, trimmed mean CPI this last week came in at 4.2% in the fourth quarter. Yep, it was down from 5.2% in the prior quarter, but not down by as much as many had been hoping for. The trading volatility could be around this pair here. This is the Aussie trading against the US dollar. Now, in this week, we've seen it knock lower to levels that we've not seen since the 17th of November. That was a short trade for the Aussie. Then all of a sudden came this reversal in the US dollar, which has seen this push higher. Now, my initial expectation was that the risk could well be on the downside. But if you consider what's been happening this week in terms of interest rates, economists are now saying that there might even still yet be an indication from the Reserve Bank of Australia that markets may have to sustain another interest rate rise because inflation is not coming down as fast as expected. Now, the volatility could well be around this pair. If we see a hawkish rhetoric, a hawkish statement coming through from the RBA, then I'd be a buyer of this at 65.95. Stop goes underneath recent price action with a view to taking it higher. Where's it go? Well, this high here back on the 4th of December is at 66.88, which might be a good place to go if you're long on this. But I'm not so sure there's a long trade to be had here. If we do get an indication from the Reserve Bank of Australia that things are on track and the next move is on the way down at some point, there might be a sell here for the Aussie against the US dollar. I'm sorry not to be more specific, but it's very difficult to get an indication, I think, here until we see that statement out from the RBA. If we see something that's edging on the dovish, stop goes up here to around about the 66.30 level with a view to taking this lower and beating the low point that we had there back on Thursday, the 1st of February, all the way down there at 65.08. It's very difficult to know where this is going to be, but I suspect we could well see some volatility around the Aussie trading against the US currency.